So, how do we start a brilliant meeting? Team, I want to talk you through exactly the simple steps that we can follow to ensure that every single meeting that we're having with a potential strategic partner is a success. And yes, you guessed it, the first 30 seconds of meeting anybody is the most vital area as to whether it's going to be a success. But we have got another 2 or 3 minutes at the beginning of the meeting where we can be super effective in ensuring that the meeting is a success. So let's rewind a couple of steps. What is the hook that got us into that meeting? Let's think of the reason why we're actually having this meeting today. So, if we are about to go and meet an accountant or another strategic partner that could be really valuable to our network, and also we could be really valuable to their network, we want to make sure that we've done a little bit of research and use that research in the first 30 seconds, which is XYZ mentioned your name. And I thought it'd be a really good idea for us to spend some time together to see whether having a conversation like this would make sense in terms of building a strategic partnership. You don't need to label it much more than that. You just need to set out the reason that you've been connected. It could be somebody in your network has mentioned this person's name. Use that and use the example. It could be a recent client that you've worked with, had success with, and their specific industry or sector has been mentioned. So it would make sense for you to have, a partner that you could mention in those conversations. Whatever it is, build some credibility in that first 30 seconds. And that sets the tone. It adds your credibility. It ensures to them that they are meeting a professional. Not, how was your weekend? Tell me a bit about you. That rapport building skill is important. However, it is not really going to set the tone for the meeting. So ensuring that you've got a reason why you're meeting today. The next bit is the credibility opener. And if we can use a current client, or we can use a current example where we've worked with a client or we've been speaking to somebody who's a potential client, this adds some weight to the conversation. Certainly, the one that I like to use the most is a client of mine has mentioned XYZ service many times, and it would be great if I had a strategic partner to work alongside. What I would like to do today is just set out the scene to understand your business a little bit better so you can also understand my business a little bit better. Take the sting out of it and just set the scene. And that is the why we're meeting today. The next thing to do is add that credibility, which all makes sense. So you could talk very briefly about the client base that you have, the type of businesses you work with, and what it is that's kind of special and unique about working with you. However, we only spend a microseconds in there, right? We don't spend 10-15 minutes talking about how long we've been in business and all the great things and wonderful things that we do. We have to get them talking first. So set the scene, ask the questions. Okay, then we're on to setting the agenda. The one sentence agenda, very straightforward. Today, it would be great to discuss for the next 20 minutes whether it would be a good idea for us guys to be working in some kind of partnership. We don't need to identify what that partnership is right now. We don't need to try and solve problems which are 5, 10, 15 years away. We just want to find out in the next 20-30 minutes whether it would be a good idea for us to start building the blocks as a potential kind of strategic partnership agenda. Okay. So now you've pre-planned all this. So this has all been kind of documented. It's in your notebook. You're taking it along to the meeting. You've got some prompts in there as well. If you need to write that down, that introductory script down for you and create your own language, that's absolutely cool. Do that. Take some time. Pause the video. Make sure you're just jotting down those things. But after they hear that opening, they should be able to sit back in their chair, take a deep breath, and actually enjoy some of the questions and some of the discussion that's about to take place. If we go in there too strict, too robotic, they're going to kind of start to pick up a sense of defensiveness. If we ask too many questions that are a bit too pointed, that's also going to put them on edge a little bit. So we just need to say, look, we're just having a quick conversation. By the way, this is the first meeting that we're having with a strategic partner. We're just going to have a conversation today, a chat today, whether it's a good idea, whether we should explore a potential partnership together. If you want more notes on this team, there's a blog out. There's also more information in the description as well that can help you set the scene here. If this is for a team member, feel free to like it and ping it over to them. That's absolutely cool. But there's loads and loads of support here around setting the agenda. And as we always say, if you get the start right to the meeting, if you set out the agenda, the why you've met today, what they can expect from some of the questions, which are not pointed, they're just understanding them a little bit more in a little bit more detail, then we're set for a winner. Okay, we're set for making sure we get lots and lots of clarity by the end of the meeting. And of course, all the time that they're talking through their business, you're also working it out. Right, is this a potential strategic partner? What sort of things could we do, and how could we do them to actually build a partnership? If we get that bit right at the start of the meeting, I always say that is the most important bit to ensure that we get the end of the meeting clarified and on point. Without simple takeaways at the end, it's going to make it a little bit difficult for us to follow up. So make sure that you always have a brilliant start to every meeting. Follow these steps. Don't add too much more into that beginning part, otherwise it will start to get confusing. Keep it relaxed. Take your time, take a breath. So I thought it'd be a great idea for us to meet today, because add some value, mention them, do some homework on them, find out what they've been up to recently. There's many tools these days and great social tools that we can use to understand what they've been up to, what their business cares about, and what they're looking to do in the future. We can take some of these questions away by doing some good considered research. So there you have it. That's how to start a brilliant meeting. Stay tuned for more information around building your strategic partnership network. If you want any direct help, I help clients every single day build great strategic partner strategies for building and attracting more strategic partners. I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.